Hey yo, what's up, you beautiful people?
Hey, yo.
How is everyone doing? I'm here today with none other than, of course, Simp,
Yo, yo.
and today we're bringing a very special guest as well. And, yeah, that special guest is a quite interesting fella, wouldn't you say?
That's one way to word it.
Yeah, so, let me get him in here so we can have some fun.
Ah! Ah!
Huh? It's Ritz. Oh my fucking god, Ritz, what's up, man? How are you doing today?
Thanks for like 6 months. What the fuck has been going on?
I have
You were
no
in there
idea.
for a week. Calm down.
Calm down,
I was
man.
here
Only
for
a
a week.
week.
You guys left me in there for 6 months.
That's not true. I don't know what you're talking
I've been
about.
counting in days. Do you not see the scratches down there?
That was you?
Bro, that was
Huh.
you?
That was me.
The more you know. Oh, you're fine.
Hey, you know what? You know what? I got something to show you boys.
Do you now?
Oh, yes.
Boom! Gamer subs, baby! Titties and all!
Well, that...
And boom! Another Gamer subs cup! Not titties!
Bruh, oh my fucking god. No. No,
You can
but...
tell Ritz is on.
Yeah. Ritz is on that special stuff.
I'm on that special cocaine.
Yeah. You really are.
Wait, what's going on? Ah!
Bruh moment.
I went back to the shadows decided to touch me.
Yo.
No, don't touch me there. This is my no square. No, don't touch me there. This is my no square. Please don't touch me, Jeffrey.
Oh my god.
Bro, Ritz.
You know the victims of what's it called? The family members of the victims are going nuts over that.
Oh.
Bruh. That's actually kind of fucked, not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
That really is kind of fucked.
Michael, what are you doing down here? Simone!
Wait, Ritz is do I have to turn Ritz down, guys?
You might want to.
Oh wait, no. I think I know why my gain is like mostly up. Fuck.
Oh,
All right.
fucking
There we
course
go.
it is.
Of course it is.
Bruh. No, but how are you guys been? Simp, Ritz? How you guys been?
I've been doing
Hey.
cocaine.
Yeah, ain't that fucking typical. I've been alright. I mean, not much going on, just getting by day by day.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
I know exactly how it is. I've been there. Just getting going and keep having fun, you know.
Yeah. Hey, and the thing is, I saved my fucking marriage. Let's go, boys.
Hey, let's fucking go. That's the best thing.
Yeah.
What is drugs?
Bruh,
Yeah,
I swear to
same.
God.
I've been stuck in the basement for 6 months. I saved my marriage. I'm drinking gamer subs. God, I've been catching up on the fucking filthy Frank lore.
Really?
I've
Have you now?
6 months in the yeah, 6 months in the basement can do a lot to you.
Bruh, no,
recently
it has.
was
Bro,
somehow
no,
able-
you're lying. It's only been a fucking week. Keep your fucking voice down, you fucking bastard. I will throw you back in.
Please, master, I don't want to go back in there.
Oh Jesus!
Oh my.
Never,
No, okay, don't.
never again
Ever
are you to
again.
say that.
Never ever again are you to say that, you fucker.
My God, that was the most vile thing I think I've ever heard.
Yeah, okay, that.
Master Skywalker, there's too many of them. What are we going to do? Well,
Oh, don't get me
here,
started on
listen
Disney,
to
bro.
me, cunt.
Bruh, no, let's not start on that topic, because I don't want to be taken down instantly.
Oh no, bro, they still haven't taken me down. They can't find a fucking reason.
Fair enough. I mean, but you're an Irishman, so
Well, no, you see, because I get away with it, right? Because I got a little strategy when it comes to dealing with Disney. All right? Now, this is a foolproof strategy that works. You see, I tell the truth. And you see, when you tell the truth, it becomes so much more harder for big corporations to take you down.
yeah, I bet that is.
Yeah, Disney fucked about and they found out, bro. One of my highest view fucking videos is ripping Disney a new one.
Shall we take a look at that in a bit?
We will not take a fucking look at it. The thing about my fucking videos is that watching them on your own, that's all well and good. But if I watch them, bro, I'm gonna disappear because I can't stand them.
Just watching his own videos makes him fucking cringe.
Consider no, it's not even that they're cringe, right? Consider my videos like children, right? In the sense that you have your first one and you love them, then you have your second one and you love them, then your third, then your fourth, then your fifth, and at that point you start contemplating the gun.
Yeah.
Oh.
You start
A bit like that.
contemplating.
Funny, that's funny.
Yeah. Also, Ritz, CE was right there with us. Don't ever do that shit again.
Ugh, even CE saying it, bro.
Yeah. Bruh, that's
That's what
fucking.
happens. That's what happens when you get stuck in a fucking basement for so long.
I mean, that was kind of your own fault, wasn't it?
Kinda. I did trip, but you guys locked the door.
Interestingly enough, in today's news, so I don't know how many of y'all have been paying attention to the news. Well, I do. I got nothing else to fucking do, according to some people.
Yeah.
So, paying attention to the news, I have discovered that the video game Cyberpunk is not only making a comeback, but it has also fucking managed to kick the door in its return.
Bro, I've seen that. That's fucking insane.
And it's all because of a fucking anime.
Yeah, that's the best thing about it, isn't it? A fucking
It's
anime
also-
reviving a fucking game?
See, it's
Like-
practically unheard of.
Yeah, because, like, there are other games that have, or other franchises that have made animes, like Dota, League of Legends, for example. But that wasn't to revive their game, it was more so to get their or people's attention to play that game.
I've always said the one thing with Cyberpunk is I've always said that as much as like the issues impacted it, right, be it the glitches and all that, a lot of people weren't giving it a fair chance. I mean, the price of admission is like the story is worth the price of admission alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming out with a new expansion soon, so keep
Yeah,
an
I've
eye
seen
out for
something
that.
about that, yeah. Wasn't
Oh, the
like...
expansion. It's gonna be
wasn't
fucking great.
Keanu Reeves the one who announced that expansion?
CD Projekt Red, Keanu Reeves. There was a whole bunch of people. I mean, Keanu Reeves is one. Like announcement was the best one, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
he knows he's a walking meme, and I swear, he lives every day like a meme now.
He lives up to that title, yeah, he fucking does.
You're breathtaking.
Oh my god, bro! Like, his emails are probably fucking destroyed by like the memers with over that fucking meme, bro. That breathtaking meme.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be afraid to open up my fucking emails.
I would be as well. I mean, just seeing like a couple of thousand or million emails saying, "You're breathtaking." Just imagine he actually replies to those emails, though. Could you imagine?
He probably fucking does. That's probably the funny part.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if he does, and it just goes back and forth, a couple of thousand replies later. I can just see it happening. Or I don't know if
think
it's
that's
just
the-
me, but
That's the thing with Keanu, though. I think he's the only like legitimate celebrity who you can say, like, if you get, let's just say, if there's a spam email, let's say it's from Keanu Reeves, right?
yeah.
Let's just say, like, there's a 50-50 that it actually could be him.
Yeah, there's a 50-50 that it
But
could
that's
be
the
him.
scary thing about it, right?
Yeah.
Because if they probably will now if they watch the stream, but like if scammers get smart, they might start using Keanu Reeves. Because I'm telling you, bro, there's some people that won't even second glance.
Yeah, no, there really are. Well, that would be
Don't
fucking
give the
funny though,
scammers
just
any
opening
any
my email
fucking
up one
ideas.
day and just seeing Keanu Reeves there.
Oh yeah, bro. Because like, how are you meant to tell the difference? Like, this is the thing. Though, it's easy to tell the difference, right? But when it comes down to it, if it was someone, let's say you get a spam mail from someone pretending to be like, I don't know, fucking Kanye West, right? It's like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's bullshit, right? But
Yeah.
like, as a gamer and a memer, and if it's Keanu Reeves in your fucking emails, you're just like, wait a minute.
Wait a
It,
minute.
it, it literally throws your fucking head through a loop because
Yep.
now you're sitting there trying to fucking figure out, am I being fucking duped or is this the actual thing? And then you're very careful about what you're saying.
Yeah, just a email like, um, you're breathtaking. Pay me $50,000 so you can be breathtaking as well.
That's exactly how it would be worded too. You know damn well.
You know damn well that will be how it's worded. That's the
But
funny
like,
part about it.
bro, I'm fucking telling you now, right? That what's so fucking there was supposed. Oh, wait, hold up. There were supposed to be two expansions and a multiplayer, but after what happened with the incident, the multiplayer and one expansion got cancelled. Liberty City being the one and only survivor. That's the thing, yeah, that's the thing, Enterprise. I'll be honest with you. It was a smart idea to scrap the multiplayer because I don't see that working. Like, I have
Especially
like
with
almost 200 hours on the game. Well, I probably have more than that if I care to check. But like, I can tell you now that multiplayer on Cyberpunk would have been so fucking cancerous, bro.
bro, that the one fact is that it had so many glitches at the beginning. So who's promising that multiplayer won't have the exact same things?
That's the thing with it. But the other DLC though, when that was quotations cancelled, there were some remnants from it because I believe the monowire augmentation in the game was like a remnant of that DLC that was just given out in updates, and a lot of the recent added like guns and all that, the new guns that they recently added, they were what was left of that cancelled DLC.
So they pretty much
From
did
what I've read
still.
up on,
So they somewhat made it in, but not fully. The
well, they
DLC.
made it in. But see, this is the thing, right? Is that looking at the recent updates in the game,
Yeah.
there were some things in Night City that were new.
Yeah.
Well, to me anyway, like it felt like that the map was completely different because I took a fucking hiatus on it for a bit, and when I came back to it, there was like new places that I'd never been to before, right?
Yeah.
And it's like I was just like, there's no fucking way this shit was like added in at this point. I don't fucking remember that shit, right? And then like when I started playing through, I was like, maybe it was always there because this, and that's when I noticed it, right? Because
Yeah.
I stopped using fucking fast travel. And that's when I started to fucking notice all these places where I have or I haven't been. Because as soon as you stop using the fast travel system, you start to see more of it.
Yeah. That's the entire thing with games where they have fast travel. Whenever it's implemented, you tend to use that way more often than actually exploring, which
Oh yeah, for
leaves
sure.
a lot of exponentially good gameplay out of the user's field of vision because they never get
See,
past by they never
you know
pass
what
it.
I want, right? I want a DLC that is strictly based upon Johnny Silverhand's upbringing.
Oh, yo. That would actually be kind of cool though, not gonna lie,
But
yeah.
you know what was weird though in the game actually on that note of Johnny Silverhand?
Go on.
The one thing that got to me about it was like what's the word? Uh okay, so obviously you go through certain phases of the game where you're playing as Johnny Silverhand or you're playing as your character V, right? And there's certain stages in the game where you can shift in between. So you can go from letting Johnny take control of your body or just being you, right? Now,
Yeah.
this is the question. Why didn't they make that a core feature? Like, a constant thing that you could possibly do to see different outcomes, different, like, things to interact with? I thought that would have been a cool thing if you could go, between the two of them.
Yeah. Also,
Oh,
as
creative said,
CE
yeah.
said, like they're not going to. They said after DLC they're moving on to The Witcher 4, which honestly, with how they made a new season, that would make sense.
See, I don't know if this is just me. I'll be honest. When it comes to The Witcher 4, I would have much rather them kept working on Cyberpunk because honestly, as horrible as the launch was, it really was something good. I
Yeah,
feel like if they kind of kept because like this expansion that's coming out, I hope they add another one
who
because
knows?
like
Maybe if this expansion pays out really well for them, they might actually do another one. Who
yeah, but
knows?
this the thing. The thing that worries me about this expansion though is like when you're adding new content into a game, it could break the game, and you
I
know what I don't like.
Yeah, no, true. But what if they take enough time to actually fix that in like their beta servers that they got?
Oh, they could. They're constantly testing it. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, like
Like the game isn't completely fixed as of yet. It's definitely though a massive improvement over how it launched.
yeah, I've seen it. Like it's way better than it used to be from when it
Oh,
started.
absolutely. Yeah, it's like to look at it when it launched, I believe in 2020, 2021, like to now, it is like a marginal update. Like in the space of like, I think it's like either 1 to 2 years, they've really turned the game around.
Yeah, cause like when did it? Let me actually check real quick when they released the game, since I am kind of curious. Release date. Let me look real quick. They
Yeah, because I'm
released
pretty.
in no December 10th, 2020.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh
yeah, it's about 2 years.
yeah, that was massive.
Yeah,
What's he said? So that how the game industry is. When a game goes horrible, they fix it, add a few things, and abandon it to work on another game. Yeah, I would disagree with that because CD Projekt Red isn't EA, and not even EA, but also Rockstar. I mean, Rockstar is very notorious for that. I mean, look at Red Dead Online. Like, it's a travesty.
yeah.
Like, and you can tell that they dropped it for GTA Online.
Oh,
It's
yo,
like you can
definitely.
1000% see that,
That,
and like, it's sad. Honestly, it's really sad.
it really is. That is the thing with it. What potentially could happen though, since they are gonna move on to The Witcher 4 probably, it could be that they will make Witcher 4 and then move back to Cyberpunk to release more content, or have like a small team in the background working on another update for it.
See, that begs the question though. What more can they do with The Witcher? Because I thought the third game was I thought that
Wasn't
was a
the
very
series
conclusive
that came
ending.
out last also the third Witcher game, or regarding the third Witcher game?
Which one?
The last season that came out for The Witcher on
I
Netflix.
don't. I haven't seen it. I've only seen a small bit of it.
Ah, okay, yeah. I don't know fully myself either, but like, yeah, I thought it was the last sequel of the gaming scenarios, but then in movie or in series wise in this case. Um, but yeah, I'm quite curious what they can do with The Witcher indeed. Now
Uh,
that you mention it.
I don't know how far they can really push it. I mean, hey, props if they can do it, but see, this is the thing with it with Cyberpunk is that I don't. I still say it wasn't given a fair shot because like these developers, they were designing like third person sword fighting RPGs like for fucking years, and like when
Yeah,
they make an attempt at like a first person shooter, like what do you think's gonna happen? You know, it's like, of course, there's now should have it been released that badly? No, not by any fucking means. But like at the same time, right?
they were
Is
kind
that
of pushed to, weren't they?
yeah, they were pushed too hard. If you look behind the scenes of it, the corporate overlords at CD wanted the game pushed out so they could make a quick buck. So the game was literally rushed.
Yeah, because if you look at the graphics from back then compared to now, they're way different, aren't they?
Oh yeah, they have ray tracing. Like I have a PS5, so like there's ray tracing on it. I don't like using it though because it reduces my frames by
Yeah,
it locks it at 30. And like the issue with that is once you go from a PC to like console that can run 60 frames, it looks chill, it's brilliant. But then once it goes back to 30 frames, like the old days, I say PS4 days, it's just no, no. No.
yeah. Don't. But that's the same with, for example, GTA, and I think you can talk or no, or you know that as well, Ritz. Um,
Oh yeah.
when you go back from PC or PlayStation 5, I think at this point to fourth and three, the quality of the game sucks so much compared to this gen of gaming consoles.
Oh, definitely. Because with me, I currently own the Series S, like one of the newest releases of the Xbox.
Yeah,
Um, I can say this right now. PC, GTA, it's good, but that also depends if you have a damn good like laptop or desktop to fucking run that shit. And with me, it's like you know me, is like we've played GTA a lot in the
yeah,
past, and it was so fucking framey sometimes,
yeah,
only because of just graphic wise, and my CPU just or either my CPU or my GPU couldn't fucking handle it properly because of how like much like the graphics were like looking compared to like what it should be.
We'll
yeah,
definitely take a look at that. See, we'll definitely take a look at that at some point.
yeah. We
Well,
will.
it also doesn't help
That's.
as well that it still doesn't help that I'm still banned on at least like the Epic Games version of GTA.
You still are. How long
That's
is
your
that
own
Yeah,
ban?
dumbass
I was
fault.
permanently banned.
Brit, you are dumb for doing that
Ritz, I
though.
told you not to do that.
Yeah,
I
like
told you.
even I told you not to do that shit.
I mean, to be fair, it is the Epic Games version. I could still download the fucking Steam version. I still have like
Wait, does that
my
actually
old
not transfer though? Because it's connected to your
no.
Rockstar account, isn't it?
I mean,
I mean, technically, my Rockstar account is still connected to like my Xbox account. But the thing is, I could still play online and shit. I could do all the heist and
see,
shit.
that's why I don't like Rockstar and by extension GTA because, like, the online for GTA, like, I knew it was gonna be good, but then once it turned into like a fucking extortion system,
I mean,
like, I just got enough. And like, you hear people all the time that fucking tell you like, oh, you don't need to buy the shark cards and all that, right? This is the fucking is that you do if you want to have fun in it. It's as simple as that. It's like you can go around doing all the heists and all that, right? That
yeah.
gets fucking boring very fucking quickly.
Oh yeah, it
So in order
definitely
to have
does.
fun, it's like you do need to buy them. It's just a,
Yeah.
what's he said? No
Uh,
transfer. Steam and Epic don't have a good relationship.
yeah.
Well, that's
So
because
okay.
yeah, you see now. See the thing with that is that Epic doesn't have a good relationship with Steam because Epic tried to fuck them over. That's what happened there
Since
with
when
the
does Epic not?
exclusives.
Sorry to say it, but since when does Epic not fuck anyone over?
Yeah, like the only thing that Epic has going for them is the free games, but even then, what's the point? You still have to download a fucking shitty launcher.
Yeah.
Like, what's the
Yeah.
Epic launcher has no indie support. It has no like real proper support in terms of like game support and all that, contacting and all that. Steam has all of that and then some.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing with it. Steam has so many more features that are so underlooked by so many people. Like, for example, if I had games that Rich wanted to play, I could just share my games with him. As long as I'm not online, he can play whatever the fuck he wants. Same goes for Simp.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
that is such a big fucking benefit from Steam. Or
Again, though, the issue,
or the
with it
crossplay
is,
even that it has for the Steam that Steam thing, where one player only has to have that game if it has that compatibility.
see, the issue with it is, and it comes down to this, right? Uh, fucking Epic got too big for their boots,
Oh,
right?
definitely.
It's as simple
Mainly
as
because
that.
of Fortnite.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If it wasn't for Fortnite, they'd still be shit. They still kind of are shit.
Yeah.
But the thing with them is that Epic hasn't put out another like good game since Fortnite, and that's kind of funny to me because the rest of their shit flops. And what I'm trying to say is, in like layman's terms, is that they're a one-trick pony.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Honestly, when it comes to Fortnite, I'm not gonna lie, it's not as bad as what everybody claims it to be
Yeah,
as well, because you also have to consider the things that you already have. Like, let's say, like, okay, you have Save the World, which was the original base game for Fortnite, not just the Battle Royale segment. But since like the whole BR category has become popular over the years, Epic went on and said, fuck it, we're just gonna treat Save the World as an expansion instead of a base game like we originally planned it. And that's kind of the reason why I don't necessarily like Fortnite 4 is because like I love playing Save the World. I'm not gonna lie. If you have the Founders Edition for Save the World, you get like daily V-Bucks just by doing fucking daily challenges. But the bad thing is you can't buy the Founders Edition no more. It's no longer available. So even if you were to have a code or some shit from like a secondhand site or some shit that claims they have it, it's most likely not gonna work.
Yeah, I agree with that. See, imagine Tom Sweeney taking a jab at Valve about them never making video games like Half-Life, which in turn makes Epic look like hypocrites because all they do is Fortnite and no new games.
Yeah.
But you see, this is the thing with it, right? Is that Epic taking a shot at Steam in itself is already laughably hypocritical because Valve has put out a lot of fucking games over the years. To name a few, obviously there's Half-Life, the Left 4 Dead series, all that
Garry's,
fucking good
there's
shit.
Garry's Mod.
The whole fucking shebang.
Yeah, let me look at real quick
Now,
actually, because
the thing is with Epic is that while Fortnite is an interesting game, there's not there's not a unique, interesting bone in its body,
yeah,
and that's the thing with it.
I slightly have to somewhat disagree with you on that part because as of recently, especially with the Battle Royale segment, because technically there are two sets of lore when it comes to Fortnite. The Battle Royale segment is about a like several generation war between the Seven and the Imagined Order.
Yeah.
Which it's at first like if you're from like chapter 1 or some shit from Fortnite, you're not necessarily going to get the story right off the bat because it's all practically based off of Easter eggs and shit. Chapter 2 is a little more blatant about the lore. It kind of shows it a little bit more. And then in chapter 3, that's when everything starts to change. You actually have voice acting in Battle Royale. You actually have like more in-depth lore, more in-depth like everything when it comes to talking about like lore and just a storyline.
What you're telling me is that they finally started doing the bare minimum.
Yes.
See, this is the issue that I have with it, though, right? Is that when I say it's unoriginal, I mean that to the T, right? So first of all, Battle Royale, right? It was already being done to death when Fortnite came out.
Right, for that matter, even Modern Warfare.
Battle Royale was being done to death at that point, right?
Yeah.
Now, after that, they fucking buried PUBG and stole shit from PUBG.
Yeah.
They also fucking stole shit from, in terms of like characters and all that. They've stolen shit from Marvel. They've stolen shit from actual fucking celebrities. But the most heinous one that I thought was hilarious, and I often go back to it every now and again, right?
Yeah.
Was when they fucking tried to blatantly rip off Fortnite. Or not Fortnite, when they tried to blatantly rip off Among Us.
Yeah.
When they tried to rip off Among Us, it was so fucking funny, right? Because the whole thing with Among Us, a whole thing like let's say an 8v1 imposter, that concept's been around for a while, right? It's always been around.
Before Among Us became popular, it already existed for like 2 or 3 years, so...
Yeah, exactly. But what made it funny was how fucking, what's it called? Fucking Fortnite practically did die. Fortnite practically died when Modern Warfare Battle Royale came out.
Oh, no, definitely. Also, Chet, what you want to say about Fortnite? Go on.
Oh yeah, because that's what was funny. I hear that some of the developers and shit behind Fortnite were bitching about how fucking COD basically ripped them off, and it was so fucking ironically funny to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, boys. I think this is where I have to part ways for a little bit. I forgot I had to meet up with a friend at the mall.
Oh.
Yeah, you're all good.
Yeah, you're all good.
That. Shit.
How long will that be? Because if it depends on if we're still alive or not.
I don't know how long it'll be. I don't plan it to be for too long, but I don't know. I'll try to update you guys as we go.
Yeah, just send a message, man.
All right, see you in a bit, man.
Have fun.
Alrighty. Well, see you guys later. Holy shit.
It was fun to have you around, man.
Yeah, it was great. It was great to be back. I finally came out of the basement after so long. God,
Does that actually mean that you became a gay raccoon as well?
yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
I feel bad for you, man.
yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
What if I did a shameless plug? Nah, I'm kidding.
You
Not
know
gonna do
what?
that.
For
That's
that,
stupid.
just for that reason, I will put your YouTube channel in the description once we're done.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't say the YouTube channel. I would say the Twitch because I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm more active on Twitch than I am on YouTube.
I rather
yeah,
do
you're
YouTube.
all good, brother.
We'll see. You will see what I do.
Yeah. Totally don't go to
Alrighty, man.
Alrighty.
Hey,
All right.
you have
See
fun
you,
with your
boys.
friend at the mall, and we will see you later.
Alrighty.
That was
Well,
Rich.
that was Rich for you guys. Our
Well,
special guest.
continuing on from that, the fucking issue with battle royale games is that like they're they're not. It's not that they're fucking bad. It's just they're either a carbon copy of the other one, or they are unique and then they just die because they're not following the status quo.
Yeah, that's the thing with it, because when people think of battle royale nowadays, they think of 50 feet or 100 people in a lobby and then shooting and building because of Fortnite, because it became so fucking popular, especially with the younger generation of this age. That's the only thing they understand on the battle royale.
Oh yeah, absolutely oversaturation. I 100% agree with you
Oh,
there.
definitely, yeah, I agree there as well. But like Fortnite, I'm gonna be fair. This might be a hot take. Yeah, it's for that fact. It started with Minecraft Hunger Games. That's when the first battle royale started. You're right there, chat. But what I was gonna say, no, especially like this day and age with the newer generation playing battle royales, the only thing they know is Fortnite. All the cool kids play
Oh, the newer
Fortnite.
generation hasn't got a clue what a good fucking video game
No,
is.
they
Like, keep
don't.
in mind that these are the same fucking gamers who say like they want more cool fucking games while spending half like a fucking grand on virtual slot machines like FIFA and all that.
That's the thing. Like, I'm gonna be fair. I don't get this newer generation of gamers, honestly. And I'm not that old as it is. No,
Because they mean like it works like this, my man. Right?
yeah,
This is the mentality of it. Is like why put in hard work to get good at like, well not hard work video game, but like why put in some minimal effort into a video game to get good at it when you could just press a fucking button, spend real money, and get everything handed to you. Like that's really the mentality that they have, and it's fucking hilarious. Then,
it is fucking hilarious, honestly.
but with FIFA though, with FIFA it's worse though, right? Because that game, it's notorious. That fucking game only ever has a shelf life of maximum a year to 6 months.
Yeah,
Like that's what it is, like
I mean,
maximum.
don't hate us for it, but look at Raid Shadow Legends.
I mean, see that there's a slight difference there. Like that's a mobile game, and they've never tried to be anything like but a mobile game, even with their ads, right? But
Yeah.
like FIFA fucking advertised itself as like the most groundbreaking game of the year, and it's like EA. After a certain point of time, after a long period of time, there's gonna come a fucking stage when the greatest of all time is gonna start looking like a fucking bullshit statement.
What about the football management games? The actual
That's-
like where you play as a manager.
You know what's funny about those games? That is as far as they go with uniqueness.
Yeah,
Like, Football Manager is like as far as it goes with being unique, and even then, they're not that fucking good.
no, that's the thing with it. Like,
But they do try with that. I will say, I've seen some people play it because in my spare time when I'm either playing Cyberpunk, I tend to watch it on my phone.
yeah,
And like when I watch people play it, it's like it does seem interesting, money management, and if you get a certain player that's bad, it could cost you a season. And it's what did Chad say? Don't even bring that game up. My God, I have a story for you, chat. So pretty
Oh.
much, way back when I was a fucking idiot, not much has changed there, much to everyone's surprise, I know. I decided to pre-order the first Battlefront, the EA one that was announced, right?
yeah,
Because I thought it was going to be good. Yes, it was a €60 fucking EA season pass, but I thought there was going to be a whole lot of content up for it, right? And
yeah.
there wasn't.
Oh.
There really fucking wasn't. and it was a good game though. I still kind of play it because like it's still fun to play the first one. Now, then they announced the fucking second one, and me like an absolute complete pillock, I decided to pre-order that one too because I fell for prequels. Now that game fucking came out, and once it was the same case scenario, I was ready to fucking kill someone because, like, bro, I'll fucking tell you now, right? Star Wars Battlefront 2 isn't bad, but my main issue is like, why didn't you make it like the fucking first one? Where it's like the first one, it felt like not real, like it's realistic in terms of fucking Star Wars, right? So it's
Yeah.
realistic, not realistic. And like, I was sitting there playing the second one, I was like, do you know what this fucking feels like? This fucking feels like what they fucking do with children, right? They'll take their fucking kids and stuff them in front of the fucking TV, give them a control and say, here, play this mindless shit. That's the best way to fucking describe the second Battlefront that EA done. It's just mindless.
I mean, the example you're giving is put kids in front of a PlayStation or Xbox.
I mean, hey, whatever
Get a
your
free
virtual
game.
babysitter...
Get a free game called Fortnite and let your kids play that.
Listen, whatever they do with their virtual babysitters, that's their business. That's not the point. The fucking point is that's another thing actually. While we're on that fucking subject, how many times are people gonna blame video games until they get the fucking point of, hey, maybe it's not the fucking video game that's the problem. Maybe you're a shit parent.
Yeah, cause how many murderers were caused by GTA, for example? I don't think any.
Oh, fucking barely.
Yeah. EA here, kids. Now empty your.
Oh yeah, that's they literally do that. By the way.
Yeah, they do
Like,
do that. You're right.
Yeah,
Chad.
that's right on the fucking letter because they know exactly who their fucking clientele is, and that's why they lean so much on microtransactions. I fucking guarantee you, if the EA demographic was made up of people out in their like 30s or 20s, I fucking
Yeah.
guarantee you they would not fall for this shit.
Oh yeah. Also, CE brought up a good point as well. This is a way. This is a way why a game crash needs to happen. To force companies to learn a hard lesson.
We don't need a game crash. What we need is to fucking not illegalize, but put heavy restrictions on microtransactions. That's what we need to fucking do.
Yeah, because
like-
if it wasn't for microtransactions, it wouldn't be so fucked as it is today.
Like DLCs and expansions, right? That's all good. Because like
Yeah.
you're actually adding in new content, right? Oh, but for fuck's sake, right? If your fucking DLC is just adding in a few fucking skins, like two guns, and maybe even like one new character, that's not a fucking DLC. That's just a fucking update.
Yeah, it's just a fucking
And
update, if anything.
companies are really starting to stretch what the definition of a DLC is. They're really starting to stretch it now because if you've played Battlefield 5, right? When it comes to Battlefield 5, that game with its like expansions and updates. Hey, here's a fun fact for you. You can write this down in your little notebook if you're paying attention. Battlefield 5 only got a major fucking update when they announced the Pacific Theater.
Yeah,
Let that sink in.
that's the thing. The problem is a lot of the country's gambling laws are outdated.
Yeah, they're outdated. Yeah, because that's what EA games like. Not even just EA games, which you have Madden, which is made by EA. You have the NBA games. Like they are literally virtual slot machines. If you want to gain more knowledge on them, you should watch Angry Joe. Angry Joe has reviewed games for quite a while, and he knows what he's talking about. So I recommend you watch him because like the stuff that he talks about is like right on the fucking nail. But one of the things that he said is that they're not even trying to fucking hide it anymore. It's like it used to be a time when they would just hide this, oh, here's a little something that you can get to boost your characters and all that. Now they're not even hiding it. They're literally, I don't know which NBA game it was, but in one of them, there was a thing where they were advertising, the microtransactions. Don't know why they might like advertise that, but
They aren't
NBA
allowed
game,
to advertise.
they advertised it, and they were literally, I shit you not, these microtransaction things were literally slot machines. They were literally slot machines, and it's
NBA
like you can't get any
2K20.
more fucking blatant
Yeah.
than that.
It's
It's
NBA 2K20.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's like you can't get any more fucking blatant than that, right? There's some things that happen, right, where it's like at some stage you're just like, all right, well, this is fucked up. We need to do something about it. But the amount of silence from the ESRB is like deafening, which says a lot because you know what their whole fucking job is meant to be, to protect the gamers, like consumers from
Gambling.
malice, like marketing practices and gambling, and they're not even doing that. And like, I don't. This kind of makes me think: do we really need the ESRB anymore? Because let's be fucking honest, right?
If anything, we need a revamped system that conquers the gambling shit.
Because this is the thing, right? The ESRB are just useless at what they do, right?
Yeah.
You have games, for example, like Call of Duty, who religiously year after fucking year get an 18 plus rating, right?
Yeah.
And it's as if they're being treated like they're the worst things ever, yeah? Then you have games like EA and like fucking 2K make where they have literal gambling machines that are targeted at kids and it gets like a fucking 3 plus or a 16 plus rating.
No. The
And
maximum
it really makes you.
I think the maximum they get is 12. Peggy
Yeah,
12.
12. Yeah, Peggy 12. And it really makes you start to wonder why are games like Call of Duty getting these kinds of ratings when there's these. It's like, oh, well, people are being blown up and they're being shot to death and it's not good for kids. It's like, right. And let's just say, for the sake of argument, your kid grows up and joins the fucking army. What happens then? It's like your kids are going to see this when as they get older. It's better to get them initiated now as opposed to later so they're not soft.
Oh, here, the only reason the ERSRB is created is to keep the government from being involved.
Okay, but here's the thing with the government, right?
Will the government do anything about it? I don't think so.
See, the government shouldn't be involved. I see that's why the ESRB are around. I do know that, but the problem is that the ESRB aren't even doing their fucking job, which begs the question. That's the thing, though. There's certain governments, like the one in Hawaii or like Florida.
Cuba, for example, or the islands.
There was a country. It was either like Hawaii or like Florida or Cuba that outright wanted to ban virtual like transactions in regards to video games, which kind of makes you fucking wonder whose side is the ESRB on, because it seems to me that the government is clearly in control of it because they must fucking get a cut of this shit.
Oh, it's Hawaii. Okay.
Because think about it, right? Let's just take a look at EA. EA is a public company, right?
Yeah.
It's not private; it's public because it has stocks and all that.
Yeah.
Eventually they have to pay some form of governmental tax with the amount of money that they fucking rake in. And if you're fucking telling me that this whole microtransaction shit isn't just to fucking up their bottom dollar and then the government gets their like cheesy fucking cut, mark my fucking words, bro, right? Mark my fucking words. I'm telling you now that fucking the government is involved a lot more than people think.
Holy fucking shit.
What have you done now?
EA stands for Electronic Arts, right?
Yeah?
Yeah. You wanna know their revenue only this year already?
What?
6.99 billion USD.
See, their point fucking proven.
That's ridiculous. They make $6.99 billion a year.
Well, absolutely, of course they do.
And that's just revenue. Operating income is already $1 billion. The net income is $750 million. And the total assets that they gain yearly is $13.8 billion.
Yeah. It's like, this is the issue with it, right? Is that DLCs used to be a way to get like developers like a bit more money so that they can work on to the next game, yada yada yada. And by the way, downloadable content, DLCs, right? That wasn't the original definition. That shit's been like fucking changed as well, right?
Yeah.
It's not DLCs for downloadable content. It was originally stood for disc locked content.
Yeah. Because the content wasn't available on disc.
What these shady developers used to do is that when they would add DLCs, is that they would already have the games like DLCs and all that printed on the disc. So what you would do is that you would pay for it, and then pretty much it would just unlock the content.
Oh, that's fucking sick.
Yeah, that's why it was called disc lock content, DLC. It was changed to downloadable content because of the when games started to go digital.
Yeah, I mean digital games changed a lot. It changed a fuck lot for the gaming industry. A lot for the good, but also a lot for the bad. Because, like, here, for example, microtransactions on mobile games. What do we think of that? In my honest opinion, microtransactions on mobile games, like, for example, what? What is a good mobile game that has microtransactions?
What is a good game that has
For
uh,
mobile.
for mobile? I don't really play. There's a report. Oh, I see. Said something. There is a report from one of three earning calls. That they were that they said that multiplayer made 70% of their revenue, while single player games was at 30%. Well, yeah, this is the thing. Like they're gonna go where the money is, right? I'm not gonna dog on them for that because that's natural. Where the money's gonna fucking be, you're gonna prioritize it,
Yeah.
right? But when your fucking customers start asking for more single player games, you should at least hear them out. Because, like, honest to fucking god, right? What happened to where like the customer was well, not necessarily always right, but it was at least fucking heard. Like it just don't make sense to me.
No, so DLCs that it. For example, I played Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. It actually adds with their DLCs. It actually adds missions, characters, items, all that shit, and new stages. Those are the good DLCs. But if you look at, for example, the COD games or GTA, for example, their DLCs will. I mean, GTA's their DLCs are free mostly, as it is. But yeah, they
Yeah.
add like only weapons or weapon skins, for that matter, as a DLC. Not like stages for new levels, playable characters, all that stuff. There are two different types of DLCs. There are the DLCs that are actually good, that add shit, and there are the DLCs that just add reskins.
Yeah, that's the issue with them though, is that you have to start paying attention to that. Like, which one's better, the reskins or the fucking god knows what else? Because, like, honestly, at the end of the fucking day, right? If you want to get DLCs, you should get them if you want to get them. But just keep in fucking mind that you're like you're gonna be wasting money at the end of the day when the game is outdated. Like, I'm just saying. You see, remember EA made a tweet dissing single player games, which they got destroyed by everyone before. Yeah, see, 'cause this is the
I
thing
mean,
with
EA doesn't EA also make single player games? That's the fucking stupidest thing they could have ever
No,
done.
no. The reason why that they put that up there is because they were fucking salty when Jedi Fallen Order did well.
Oh, and they didn't have the right to that game. Ah, that makes
No, they
sense.
did. No, they did. They made it, and
Oh,
like they were fucking salty that it done well because they tried to make the claim that their customers didn't like single player games, and then they released Jedi Fallen Order, and it fucking broke the fucking stock shit.
bro, that's ridiculous. Yeah, because I mean, that's the thing with the gaming market. There are players that are fully multiplayer. They only want to play multiplayer games, but there are at least 40% of all gamers love to play single player games as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If not more. I'm just putting it at an estimate of like 40, but there probably are more people that like single players than multiplayer. I wouldn't be surprised by that actually, because out of everyone here in the chat, who likes single player more than multiplayer? I'm quite curious now. Simp, what is your
I
thoughts?
prefer single player.
Yeah, same here. Or unless it's co-op with like friends, but not like the multiplayer of a BR, for example.
You see, that's the thing with it, right? The reason why I prefer single player games is because it's a lot more of a enriching experience. Because the thing with multiplayer games is this isn't about microtransactions. Like if I play a multiplayer game, I don't care about the micros.
No,
What I
I
care
would just
about
farm
is
for it. I don't. I'm not
I'll
gonna
give
pay.
you a perfect example of it, right? The reason why I don't like multiplayer games is primarily thanks to Destiny.
Oh yeah.
Now, Destiny was one of the games that fucking showed me that didn't fucking matter if you had a story in your multiplayer game. It's still gonna be fucking shit if you can't access a certain point of the game because you have one piece of fucking gear that's dog shit. Ever since that, I fucking despised multiplayer like single player games.
Yeah, like, I mean, to be fair, certain MMORPGs aren't good at all.
I like Left 4 Dead. I'll say that I like Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, but like certain MMORPGs, like for example Destiny, they're not that good, and that's a hot take. And people are gonna hate that thing because there are a lot of people that love Destiny, especially Destiny 2. But nah, not really. Cause how much hours do you have to grind before you can even attempt the final boss of the game?
Oh yeah, too fucking many, bro.
Bro, there are players that have over 2k hours and still haven't made it past the final boss because they didn't get the right drops. Because there are too many people in their area that will take their drops or something like that. And it's just sad to see. Because there are MMORPGs, and I will admit that, there are MMORPGs that are good. Let's be completely fair. There are some that are good. But,
Give me a quick second, Damien. Just take over. I'm just ordering something on.
oh, okay, sounds good. But yeah, no, at least those are my thoughts, so... But yeah, Chad, you're single player, see, you're single player as well. I mean, I get the thing. I like single player more. Like, if I play my games that are multiple compatible, I play mainly, like, single player sessions. Just because I don't want to deal with those trolls as well. Because that's another issue about multiplayer. There are so many fucking trolls online. It's ridiculous. I don't know what you guys think, but it's fucking insane. Like, I'd rather play single player in a multiplayer game without the trolls than, like, get fucked over every fucking moment that I spawn in. So, yeah. Like I said, I don't know what you guys think on that, but... especially... I know... single player... why... that's... you probably meant that's why I rarely play multiplayer games CE. And, yeah, I feel you there, because that's fucking ridiculous. Um... Single player games actually immerse you in the world, while multiplayer
All right, there you
is
go. Food's on
where
the
a
way.
person calls a lot of slurs. Yeah, that
Oh yeah.
what I do. I'm gonna be fair though. The old days of the Xbox, where you had those rage sessions, they were kind of fun though. Cause you just
Oh no, I miss the old day.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, listen, right? I'm an advocate for it, bro. I miss the lobbies. I miss the
yeah,
multiplayer.
I same here. But that was just because it was so much fun and you had so much fun content out of it, especially on YouTube at that time.
Well, no, I didn't think that. Right? It's just that the issue with it is that people nowadays they're just not. They're just too soft.
That's
And
the
it's just-
that's the main fact. You cannot say anything without someone getting offended.
Oh yeah, because like back in my day, bro, I was called all sorts. Oh my
Oh,
god,
yo,
this
same here.
shit.
The shit that they would call you, that's insane.
I can't repeat it for fear of like the repercussions of it. But let me just tell you,
Yeah,
there
no,
was some
same here.
shit that you were called that was just bonkers.
Yeah. Because, everyone knows I have my visual disability, but I can make a joke about it, and someone else across this fucking internet will get offended for me, and that's what I don't get.
Well, it's just a virtue signaling, isn't it? Like it's just that everybody
Yeah.
has to be a hero.
Everyone has to be an SJW nowadays. Like, it's ridiculous.
I always thought that was funny. When the so y'all remember that game Ghost of Tsushima, right? Another fabulous single player game
Yeah.
that has a multiplayer mode. But anyway, so when that game came out, there was a bunch of fucking backlash because of the English voice actors being white and all that, right?
Oh, yeah.
And these SJWs were going fucking nuts over it. Well, didn't the Japanese community and the Japanese people as a whole like turn out and say, "Y'all are fucking idiots. This is okay."
Yeah.
And like oh my god, when the people you're supposedly defending come out of the woodwork and say, "Could y'all just shut up?" Like that's just a next level embarrassing.
It is, though. Because, I'm gonna be fair, and there are gonna be some SJWs that might get offended by it, but the SJWs have gotten worse over the years, and that's why we cannot say anything anymore.
No, it's not that. They just don't know what they want. Plain and simple, they don't know what they want. And the
That's
worst part
true.
about them is that they don't even play video games, so I don't even know why they have an opinion.
That's also true. They don't play games. 9 out of 10 people that you see on Twitter Instagram, whatever the fuck social media you use, even here on YouTube, that fight for a right that they're not even a part of, and then, bro, it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, they don't actually give a shit. It's like that's what I found funny about that developers even listen to them. It's just like, look, go and look at any right, and I'm not trying to start, but like, go look at any game that is like pro LGBT or any game that's pro SJW. I guarantee you, it's tanking, and
Oh,
it's not because the game's bad. It's because the community itself that it's harboring, like the LGBT community and SJW community, are super fucking toxic, and that's coming from someone who was a part of the OG internet.
yeah.
Like, they're just super fucking toxic. We can have an argument about it. I don't mind, but like, the facts speak for themselves. Like, listen, when you have to create certain games just to keep these kinds of people at bay in their own zone, that kind of goes to show how mentally fucked they are.
But yeah, and for some people, we all know some people might not like that we're saying this, but these are just out loud thoughts and
Well,
straight
like I
up
said, I don't
facts.
care what people think. That's
No,
the thing with me. I've said it before. I don't care. It's like if they don't like it, it's like
I mean that's the thing with it. If you don't like it, that's you. But
if you don't like it,
we
I'm
have
probably
to
talking about you.
yeah, but like we still have the right to say what we want and
Yeah, pretty
speak
much.
our thoughts. Like, hey, like it's not as
Yeah.
if we're like straight up saying, "Oh yeah, you guys are such and such, and you do this and this. You're that
Oh no, I
bad."
am because like it's the truth.
Fair, but it's not as if. What I meant is we're not specifically attacking them. We're just stating out the obvious.
Oh yeah, no, of course, because what I love is now is that these lefties have found a way to destroy free speech.
Oh yeah, it's funny. Like you're not allowed to say anything anymore without getting fucking shot
Oh
in
yeah,
the
what's the
ass.
shit thing to say? Just because you have freedom of speech doesn't mean you're free of consequences. Right? Well, doesn't that completely negate free speech?
Yeah, it does.
It's like, and I know there's gonna be fucking people that turn around and say, "Oh, but what about these people that have hurtful opinions?" It's like, yes, because I'm sure the man talking how he wants to have a house of his own without being annoyed by certain types of people over the fucking screaming troglodyte about how children need to get sex changes is gonna change anything.
Yeah. No, not really.
I mean, it's just facts. Like, I'm just relaying. I know it's not all of them. Like, I'm not stupid
No,
for that. I know
it's
it's not all of them, but
by
it's
far
enough.
all. By far, like at least like 60% is like not like that.
Not all LGBT people, but enough.
There's a certain group of them. Yeah.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
Feel free to use the chat. Go troll.
Oh, you fucking bastard. Oh, that's a good one.
You know
No,
what they
but
say? Not all women, but enough women.
I mean, I saw this video once on like Instagram, like in the reels. There was
Yeah.
this one lad that like went to a women's right festival. Yeah,
Okay.
all fun and games. They were saying we want to walk with our tits out. Hell
Oh
yeah.
yeah, by all fucking means.
By all fucking means, we want to earn more money, just as much money as men do, so we can get everything paid off.
Well, well, look, it always goes back to what Donald Trump says. If you do as good of a job as a man does, you'll get the same pay.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. If you fucking do the
It-
same amount of quality of work that men do, it's the same thing. But I will say this: I'm not fucking ignorant to this, right? Listen, women do get fucked over, right? I've got to say that now. They fucking do, and that needs to be pointed out. There are people out there that are scumbags and that will target women.
Yeah.
They
They
it
are.
will fucking They will fucking do that. Now,
If a person says these
how do we
things,
fix
I
this
would
issue?
have called them a
see-
fucking idiot.
This is how you fix this issue when it comes to women being fucked over, right? You gotta identify it and support them. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta support them through that shit. However, there comes a time when it starts getting overboard.
Yeah.
Right? Now, I'll give you an example of it, shall I? When there's a desk worker that's a woman who is saying she wants to have the same pay as a nuclear reactor engineer, that's a big fucking leap
and,
forward.
and then keep in mind, I will just put a little touch on it. The only thing that desk worker does is paint her nails all day because she has nothing to do.
Absolutely not. They do work.
No,
That's
no,
just a
no.
stereotype.
It's not all of them. Like we said before, it's not all of them, but there are a few that do that, and they will say we want the same pay as that nuclear worker. That's the thing though. Most of the women who actually do their work and get their fucking money for it, that do that 100% work, they won't complain that much about their pay because hey, they did their job. They
I'll
got
tell you what, right? I'll
what
tell
they
you
worked
what, then.
for.
Name me a like. All right, so name me a female firefighter who's complained about her pay. Name me a female sewage worker that's ever complained about her pay.
A female engineer.
Yeah, you never heard of it, right?
No.
Or you rarely hear about it because they do tend to get shortcutted, right?
Yeah.
But you've never heard of it. Do you
No.
know why you've never heard of it? Because these women know. These women know that what some of these other women are saying is bullshit. And the thing is, right, if there is a woman that's in one of these rallies that has an amazing work background and she's been fucked over, then she has a right to be there.
Yeah, she
But
definitely
if it's
does.
some societal leech that has just done nothing and is only there just to be there, there's a clear difference here. You need to start telling the difference between the leeches and the hardworking people.
Yeah, no, definitely, I agree.
Because I've seen it on the internet, right, where you get these women, right, because they're all over the place on shorts, right,
Yeah.
and I've seen a few of them where women have been sitting there saying like, oh well, when a man, like when you're what's the word, when your grandfather is telling you that he's uncomfortable by your daughter because she's not wearing a shirt, right? Like
Yeah.
if the kid's just a baby, that's fucked up. That needs
Oh,
to be fixed. You should
yeah.
not be feeling uncomfortable around people like that. That's fucked up. However, straight after that, lads, right? I shit you fucking not. Straight after that, there's one where women are excusing bad behavior based upon women feel different. And at that point, it's like, wait a minute, that sounds like you're just fucking picking and choosing. It's like you had me in the first one. Like the first one is a legitimate fucking problem,
Yeah.
but this one is just like, this one's like you can't make excuses for yourself, and then when a man does something, turn around and say, oh, he done the exact same thing I excused. That's not right. It's two things. It's rules for you, not for me, and do as I say, not as I do.
And that's another thing. The and this is a rough topic. Let's be fair. The hashtag #MeToo movement. The thing with that, I believe that women who have had issues with sexual abuse, for that example, they have a right to be heard. They do. But there are some women out there, some, I don't know the percentage, but there are some that just used the Me Too movement to get their 15 minutes of fame. Am I right or am I wrong?
No, you're absolutely right. Look, I'll fucking say it now and clear for everyone in here and for the future when this shit gets archived, right? I'm saying it now. Regret isn't right. I'm sorry, it's not. And if you fucking sit there and if you think it's okay to ruin a man's life just because you didn't like how he performed, like you're a fucking monster. You're literally the vilest piece of shit.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. And
And
thanks to Amber Heard, that movement's been blown out of the fucking
oh
water.
yeah, Amber Heard destroyed the Me Too movement. That's a
Oh, yeah.
fact.
Obliterated it into fucking dust.
Yeah. Like I believe like women who have had these issues, they need to be heard, but like
They do. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. They need to be heard. Like, there is no way that you can just turn a blind eye to this shit. They 100% absolutely need to be heard.
yeah,
However, when it comes down to it, there's the court system states, and this is the court system saying it, not me, innocent until proven guilty.
and not the opposite.
It's like, I have an obligation to, like, uphold that. Like, I'm not going to turn around and say someone is guilty just because people say he is,
No,
because it's like, that's not how the law works.
that's the thing. Like someone can be generally guilty. Let me be clear. Someone can be generally guilty, but in every scenario, in every courtroom, he will be innocent until proven guilty by actual evidence and facts. For most of them used it for clout money and ruin a person's career. Uh, Vic.
Oh yeah, Vic. Yeah,
Yeah.
they fucked his career. But this is the thing though. Vic is like, luckily, I think he salvaged most of it. But the problem isn't like, it's not just the false accusation.
No, it's
They're a
not
part of
just.
it, but that's not the full thing,
Yeah.
right? The real issue is even if you get proven innocent, even if the evidence 100% without a shadow of a doubt shows that you're completely fucking innocent, there's still the matter of public opinion.
Yeah.
Because like that innocence decree, it doesn't mean shit, right?
Yeah, and there are a few examples besides the Amber Heard scenario where what we can discuss, but I'm not gonna go into those topics.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely not.
No,
But the point is,
people that know, but
yeah,
yeah,
that's the point of it. It's like the point of it stands where it's like you can't just turn around and fucking believe everything you hear, right?
no, like look at the actual facts and evidence that are being provided, especially when it is a court case.
But the caveat that, right? Like fake accusations like that, that's not even the real problem today or nowadays. The real problem now is that if someone disagrees with you, they could easily just nullify the argument by saying you're being very hateful.
Yeah,
And that's just ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. That's not how a conversation works. You're just
no,
trying to say that one party is bad because you didn't like their opinion.
yeah, because I mean, let's be completely fair. Everyone has the right to their own opinion. If you don't agree with what we're saying right now, that's your opinion, but this is ours.
The funny thing is, though, right? We're talking about this,
Yeah.
right? But the hilarious aspect of this whole conversation is, like, 9 times out of 10 we talk about this, we're usually talking about America, let's be honest.
Yeah.
You only ever hear about this shit from America. And I think that's just because Europeans are built different.
And their court systems and social media presence are less. Or
Oh
the
yeah,
court system,
Europeans.
the court system is better, but their social presence is less.
Oh yeah, no. Like Europeans are just built different.
Yeah.
It's like we're able to just like take issues and like just move
Deal
away
with
from
it
them.
and actual deal with it and move on from it. But
That's the
America,
thing with it.
America. Sorry, Americans, but America's a different story.
Oh yeah, America. Some Americans. I'm not gonna say all of them.
No,
So
no,
I
no,
don't
not
like
all of them.
generalizing, but
Because I mean, Ritz isn't like that.
most Americans will just sit there and harp on about something that happened, shall we say, 8 years ago or something, and they'll
Yeah.
just fucking sit there and harp on about it for hours, and then it's like, so what's the conclusion here? Oh yeah, there isn't one. It's like, what the fuck? Like in fucking Europe, if there's a fucking issue, you just talk it out and you just fucking leave it at that. But no, not Americans. They have to get fucking spiteful, and it's
There's an
really sad,
example
honestly.
from my country actually, like with the voice. There were a few coaches that actually got accused of like um, doing stuff to women, even to kids for that matter. But
Mm.
it came into the news once, maybe twice, and then it was just yeah, they're dealing it in court, so we're not coming back to it.
Uh, that's the issue with the media. The media is oftentimes one-sided.
That is very true as well, because if the media picks up on like, oh yeah, this person did that to that other person, they will go with that story, the first story they heard, but will not sometimes will not pick the other story up as well and listen to them as well.
I think when it comes down to the media, there just needs to be not a change in it. It's journalism. They're gonna harp on about whatever the fuck they want to.
Yeah,
But like, there needs to be a fix where journalists can be held accountable for printing outright fucking lies, and I don't mean like shit that's plausible because it's very stretchy then, like what you can get away with. But as for like outright lies, I hate tabloids. I think that's the point I'm getting
I
to.
mean, as someone famously quoted once, it's fake news.
Oh yeah, 100%. And that's just my belief system on it. Is that I personally believe that you can say do whatever the fuck you want, right?
Yeah.
But there needs to be like fucking what's the word? Uh, there's just certain people that need to be held accountable for what they do
Yeah, no,
because
definitely.
the tabloids have a they have a horrible fucking tendency to say something, and then when there's no repercussion for it, everyone sits there all fucking surprised.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's the thing with it. There are a lot of people that are not being held accountable for the extreme biased, straight up lies that they tell. News media is he's guilty after after sent them death threats. They're the
Yeah,
Antichrist.
this is the
Yeah,
thing. Like, I believe you're referencing Kyle Rittenhouse.
I think so. It does sound familiar. Because what Kyle Rittenhouse was like, oh yeah, he's guilty, he murdered those people. Well, it has always been self-defense, and self-defense is a protected right, isn't it?
Yeah,
Especially in America.
I think that's the thing with it. Like Americans have these like special laws in place. Like I think the Second Amendment is a perfect fucking law. I feel like every country should have their own version of the Second Amendment. But
Yeah,
like the issue with America is they have it in place, but if you are enact it, right,
yeah.
use it to defend yourself, you're still seen as a prick.
Oh no,
And
yeah.
it's just like what's the point of having it? It's like if I can't fucking use it to defend myself, what's the point?
Yeah, no, definitely. I agree there. Like, it doesn't make an ounce of sense, does it?
And then you have Americans that sit there saying though, right, that Europe's perfect and all that. The laws in Europe are perfect. It's like, yeah, try fucking living here. And I
Uh,
mean that in the literal sense of it. Try living, because like you can't afford anything in Europe.
yeah. Also, chat, and literally one of them was a kitty fiddler. Wait.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's actually very true.
Oh yeah, one of the people that he actually defended himself against was the kitty fiddler. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
It really is. And then that's the fucking thing. The prosecutors just were like, "Oh yeah, he killed an innocent man." Yet has a
That was a prosecutor from where I was standing. It was looked like a fucking clown.
yeah, no, it was a clown, but l- l- lawfully speaking, he was a prosecutor.
Like, bro, he couldn't get a fucking single sentence to make sense, bro. Even the fucking judge had a go at him.
Yeah. I mean, another example of a prosecutor or lawyer in that, for that fact, not making any sense. One of Amber Heard's lawyer, that woman. What's her name?
Oh, what objection? Fucking hearsay.
Oh no. That the one from Johnny Depp's team. The lawyers from Johnny Depp's team were amazing.
Well, yeah, of course they fucking
But
were.
that
Because like,
woman
look what
from Amber Heard's team. I don't remember her name. Does anyone in chat know?
look. I swear,
Anyway,
right? I swear. Like prosecuting lawyers in America are just dumb as pig shit.
yeah.
But then for some fucked up reason, defense attorneys are like Einstein levels of genius.
Yeah, that's it feels like the prosecutors are like the lower tier of lawyers.
Yeah, honestly.
Like they're one step or a couple of steps below the lawyer that like defend you.
Yeah, I swear to God, I can't prove it like 100% right, but I swear to God, prosecuting attorneys like are just extremely dumb.
Oh yeah,
Most of
no,
them,
definitely.
most of them that I've seen anyway.
Definitely, I agree. I mean, there are. I'm gonna be fair, and that's from personal experience, actual personal experience. Some defending attorneys are the worst. They will do anything to grab money. They will defend the worst type of person to grab money. And that's from personal experience. But it's fucking ridiculous. Like, yeah. Bro, it's fucking hilarious though. Well, not
See,
hilarious, but
the issue is that the main reason why this shit happens is because I personally believe that there's just not enough time in America to become properly qualified.
no, because they don't want their debt to go into the millions.
Oh, for fuck's sake, don't even get me started on that.
That's what I mean. So yeah, that's what they're afraid of. Most people are afraid. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna make that money back, so I can't pay off my student debt.
That's the thing with it. It's
If
just
there's
it's
an
very
American in the
fucking
chat,
ridiculous.
correct me if I'm wrong, but that's how what everything points to.
Like, this is the issue that I have. Like, every fucking, well, not all of them, but most of them that I've ever ran into, they always have to fucking feel like they know the most, or they know what they're fucking talking about.
Oh,
And
yeah,
it's just
no,
like
definitely.
95.9% of the fucking time they haven't got a clue.
Yeah,
It's just like but I will say this, I do love the fucking gun laws in America.
yeah, they're a special type of law.
Yeah, and it's just like that's what makes America like one of the greatest countries to be in, I guess, is like they have that law that literally says is like you're literally free. You're free to defend yourself, you're free to do whatever. Now, of course, over the years that's been greatly fucking stretched.
Yeah,
But
it
yeah.
it definitely has been stretched to its fullest potential. Um, because there are some people
I
that are.
gotta ask though, there is a question I have if there is any Americans here. If there's a fucking cop pointing a gun at you, why is your first instinct to run?
Yeah, good
It's
question.
like, do you not fucking think to yourself, maybe this is a bad idea?
Yeah, like for the Americans, please, if you have had that experience, or if you know someone who has, please let us know. I'm quite curious actually about that one.
It's like, 'cause I swear, like, it's just to make a fucking martyr out of themselves.
Yeah.
Makes you appreciate fucking body cam footage.
Oh no, definitely. The worst types of cops, in my honest opinion, are the cops that actually turn off their body cams.
Oh yeah, those are the ones you need to look out for.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm
But
actually quite glad because I know there's like in my country there are cops that are corrupted. I will be completely honest about that one. But they're not as corrupted as anywhere else. Like compared America wise. Cuz I like I know a lot of the corrupt cops are mainly shown on like YouTube and all that stuff, and the good cops don't really get the attention because why feel a good cop since we all everything or all everyone wants is drama. Correct.
yeah, that's the thing with it. Like when it comes, I don't know.
Um,
No, but to
I mean,
switch from that subject,
yeah.
this is the thing with it, right? In the world, is that the internet has had a big fucking role to play in the exchange of false information.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I agree with that one. The internet has caused so much misinformation to be spread.
It's just like there not something needs to be done about it because, like,
What can you do about it?
realistically, yeah, realistically, you really can't. It's just about being educated, but some of the world just isn't.
Yeah.
It just makes you question some shit. Like, for example, like it's a common believed thing in America that what's the word? That people I can't even think, bro. Yeah, Alex Jones. That's a yeah. I'm 50-50 on him though, because it's like on one hand, spreading false information is a horrible thing. He shouldn't be doing it. On the other hand of that though, like him getting charged almost $1 billion in damages. That's a bit of a fucking steep price to pay.
Oh, $1 billion in damages?
Almost a billion.
Jesus, fuck, that's a hefty amount. He's paying that the rest of his fucking life.
Yeah, That there to me is just extortionate.
Yeah, that pretty much is fucking extortion. Holy shit, that's ridiculous. And to be fair, it does sound like we're shitting a bit on America since we're both not from America. Um, no, we're not. We're just pointing out the obvious.
It's the truth of it.
I mean, that's why we're pointing out the obvious. But no, like, I know there are some Americans that will even agree with our point of views on it. Let's be completely fair about that as well.
Yeah.
And before all the hate comments come in after the stream.
I mean,
but-
I don't fucking because like America, it's not bad. It's just it's a far cry from what it was.
Yeah, like, it really is. It has gone downhill a lot lately. Because, like, what? No, wait, when did it actually start to go down? Let's say 2016 or so?
Oh, if that, yeah.
Maybe before that?
He has to pay that to the fucking to one family. Hey, yo.
What the fuck?
Okay, no, I'm sorry. I don't care if people think I'm insensitive for saying this, but that whole thing was done for that fucking paycheck.
Yeah. Okay, I can get a couple of million. I can get 2 million, 3 million most. I can get that, but almost $1 billion to the family alone?
Bro, you don't have to work a day for the rest of your life.
No,
That's
you
even
don't.
after fucking tax.
Yeah, because what? It will become like, what, $600 million afterwards, after
It's
taxes?
split between 8 families. That's still
That's if that's still at least about a million per family. 100 million, I mean. That's still insane amounts.
hold on 2 seconds, Damian.
Okay. I'm sorry, but that's. I'm sorry to sound insensitive there. I feel bad for the families, but still, that's an insane amount of money. Because the funerals didn't. Or, sorry, but I don't think the funerals would have cost that much. I know emotional damage would, for therapy and all that stuff, would cost a bit, but not to the extent of 100 million.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Yeah, well, this is the issue, right?
Yeah,
It
I
ha-
just mentioned like the funeral and like emotional damage for therapy and stuff. They wouldn't come up to at least 100 million per family. I'm
Like,
sorry,
I
but it wouldn't.
understand it. I understand it if it's like, but like, this is the thing, right? Like, he shouldn't have said what he fucking said. That's the fucking bottom line of it. How fucking ever, right?
Yeah.
I've started to fucking notice that these pricks squished my burger. I've started to
Oh.
fucking notice that this whole fucking talk now of like, oh, insensitive opinions, like, and hurtful and negative opinions, right?
Yeah.
I'm starting to notice that these are going a tad bit too fucking stretched.
Yeah.
It's just like, why? It's like, oh,
Don't forget that's Alex Jones fans arrest the families about it. Wait,
based.
I mean
What were they doing, like, in terms of harassment, Chad?
yeah, I'm kind of curious as well. Though, since we're on the topic of harassment from fans, the thing is, even if that said person that has that fan base is saying don't do it, people will still go out of their way to do it.
Oh no, this is Alex Jones we're talking about. He didn't fucking say shit. I promise you that.
Oh
now.
no, okay. In this case, I know he didn't say shit, but even if, for example, he would have said don't harass anyone, they still would have gone out of their way to harass that person or that family.
Actually, while we're talking about that, like, just remind me of what he said real quick, because I'm pretty sure he said something along the lines of like it was like fake or something, or it didn't happen.
In the case of Alex Jones, uh what did Alex Jones say during his trial?
He definitely said some dumb shit. I guarantee. It was like, there's no such thing. If he ended up in court for, he didn't just say something like, "Oh well, I think that these people were poopy or some shit. You know what I mean? Like he must have said something of merit in order to be like in that position.
Oh my. Okay, you want to know how much million in damages he had to pay to to of damages to Sandy Hook?
How much?
I have the exact amount here. 950 or 965 million
Huh.
dollars.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. He said it was a way to remove guns. I mean, shit. I reckon. Okay, I can see. Okay, I sort of. That's why the idiot said it. I get it.
Yeah.
Guns isn't the problem. Mental, like lack of mental health checks and facilities is the problem.
Yeah. The what you can the what I've seen and heard is that you can just walk into any ammunition store and just buy a gun without a health
First of
check.
all, a fucking gun store. That's not GTA logic.
Gun store, my bad. Sorry, I'm just used to saying ammunition. Um, but no, any gun store you can just walk into that and just buy a gun.
Hmm.
You can get a Glock or, for that matter, an AK, I think, by
Pretty
just
sure there's
signing a
limit, like,
or stage actors. Wow,
yeah, that's something he would say.
it is, but like I was saying, you can walk into any like gun store and just buy a gun. It doesn't matter of course there's an extent to the caliber and like the heftiness of the weapon, but you can buy any weapon from a store. You just have to sign
Look,
off
listen,
and then you get it.
guns isn't the problem. It's the fact that people with mental health are getting.
That
That's the
that's
problem.
what that's what
And
the
I know that there's going to be people that are going to use the age-old classic counter-argument. But Sim, if there were no guns, there wouldn't be as much gun violence. Oh, really? Well, tell that to the UK, who decided to ban knives and shit because of the stabbing problem. Guess what? Stabbing still happens in the UK. They just have a different way of getting them.
yeah. So it's not as if banning a certain thing will stop a other murder or anything like that from happening. Like, oh,
What
for
happens if somebody uses
another
a chair to kill
another
someone? Are we going to
example.
ban chairs?
Yeah, and this is not regarding weapons, but this is regarding like usage of like substances. Oh yeah, this substance is bad. We're gonna ban it, but then you will just have the illegal substance.
Some states allow people to walk in to buy guns and don't allow background checks because many say it's against the Second Amendment. Well, constitutionally, it kind of is.
Constitutional law, yeah, but at the same time, in that sense, the Second Amendment could be used, or is being used as an excuse to not have like your health checked. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna be blunt. Just check their mental health papers or medical papers for that. Just give only that open and not more.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I know that I'm gonna get flack for that saying that, but like, come on, that way you will reduce the amount of gun violence.
Yeah, exactly. There you go, Chad. Right on the money.
Yeah, that, and and that way it won't even go against the Second Amendment. For
I mean,
example, for example,
uh,
oh, go
go
on.
ahead.
Oh,
Oh, these American amendments, they've been extremely warped
yeah,
over the years.
yeah, because I was gonna say like. You make a request for a weapon, then you do have to do a health check, so none of your personal information is being even asked upon during the purchase of a weapon. You do that check, then you get whenever the check has been complete, you get your weapon, or you don't because your mental health is not correct. It won't
Exactly.
go against the Second Amendment either, because none of your papers are being asked for. Or am I wrong in my viewpoint there?
I don't think you are. I think that makes complete sense. Because, like, at the end of the fucking day, Like,
Why did a fucking Dutch guy just solve America's biggest problem?
I, oh, it's the issue with it. This is what it always comes down to, right? America doesn't like the government being involved in their business, right?
Yeah, but without their American government, there's no America.
Right. So, the Constitution was invented to keep the standard people of America safe from government tyranny and such.
Yeah.
Now, problem with the Second Amendment and the amendment in general is that they were written in like the 1600s.
Yeah.
So they haven't been updated since then, which is
Nope.
where a lot of the complications come from.
Yeah, and
Now,
even the high courts even contradicts the Second Amendment or the amendments at times.
now you can't blame the founding fathers of America for that because they didn't
No.
fucking foresee these, like their offspring, these idiots turning around and giving mentally ill people weapons. They didn't foresee that.
No, they definitely didn't. I mean, unless they could have seen the future, they wouldn't have known.
Exactly.
So it's not as if it's their fault, but at the least the next generation of like presidents or um, high court members could have done is look or take a look at the amendments and make changes if necessary. For example, with the mental health checks or examinations.
Yep.
Because for
I
real,
mean,
if you had an examination before purchasing the weapon, it won't go against the Second Amendment, and you can get your gun or can't because of previous stated things.
I mean, honestly. Yeah, exactly, Chad. It was because when the British were fought. This is the thing when it comes down to it, right? Is that America's biggest fucking problem is their politics. I mean, their version of politics is a big game of, like, the manipulation game. Let's see how many of the populace we can get on our side today.
Bruh. If we keep going like this, we will have the lefties all against us.
You know, they still haven't found Hunter Biden's laptop yet?
They haven't yet?
No.
Wow.
Apparently, the FBI can't find it.
Think it's a cover up?
Oh, I don't think it is. I know it is.
I was about to say.
The FBI can't find something? Bullshit.
Yeah, that's absolute bullshit. If the FBI can find yeah, that's bullshit. I'm sorry, FBI agent that is listening into this stream. You're full of shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I'm telling you now. Yeah, because apparently they went looking for it.
Yeah.
They couldn't find the fucking thing.
Yeah, that's bullshit. I'm sorry, but for the FBI to not be able to find something, that's bullshit.
Oh, yeah, it's the same.
Especially
It's the same
since the
shit.
fact they're already listening in on your fucking phone calls.
It was the same shit with Hillary Clinton's emails.
Oh yeah, they cannot be found. They're wiped. No, they're not. They're still
Yeah, they
somewhere on
were-
the internet.
Yeah, they were allegedly wiped, which is awfully fucking convenient.
The thing
Um,
is, you can't wipe something without actually deleting every little trace of the internet. You actually have to dig deep into the www to actually remove it. So
See,
no.
This is what I think, right? Oh, wait, hold on, Damian, 2 seconds.
Okay. But no, yeah, sorry, FBI, you're full of shit, man. Cause FBI always finds stuff. But no, what we're talking about. I mean, Simp was about to say something, so I don't know. Guess gonna have to wait till Simp is back. Yeah, I think just a little bit in between. This is something we haven't mentioned yet, but like, this is the new channel, the Dutch Irish Token Hour. It will be staying like this. This is how the future's going, and this is some of the content we'll be making. We'll be doing reactions as well, all that stuff.
Alright.
I'm just like explaining a bit about what we're planning on doing with the channel.
Yeah, okay, go for it.
So yeah, as I was saying, we're this is content we're gonna be making, or reaction content. Maybe that's still a if we can work it all out perfectly. We will do some montage or if some gaming videos, funny moments,
Mm.
if we can, if we got the time or whatever to just upload to the channel. So we're gonna do a variety of stuff. Yeah, this is it's just gonna be the Dutch Irish Token Hour with Rich as a guest, for example, for today. Who knows? Maybe whenever there's another stream where we need another person, Rich can be another guest. Who knows? Or a guest again. Whatever. We don't know. We don't know what the future will bring us. But we're just gonna have fun, right, Simp?
Yeah, as usual.
Yeah. This time we won't actually be on a break for 5 months after the next stream we did. That's also important to note. It's a note. We won't go on to another 5 month break after this stream. We're staying for the long term this time. Because that was yeah, it was a moment, but it happened. Anyway, Simp, what were you gonna mention?
Alright. Fit. I think the FBI, they need to be investigated.
Oh yeah, no, I agree there as well. Because if they come out of the woodworks and say, oh, we cannot find something, that's shit. Because they have all their sources on their deep web as well,
But you see,
even
the
on the
thing, right?
dark web.
I don't want them investigating themselves, right?
No, and
I
outside,
want to have a third party. I want to have
Yeah.
something like Interpol or like MI5 investigating them.
yeah, exactly. Like not themselves, because if they investigate themselves, it's gonna turn out, oh yeah, we didn't find anything. Yeah, no,
Exactly.
that's not what we want. We want the actual hard proof that there's a third party looking into you guys. Because then it was, now it's the Biden laptop. Then it before it was the emails from
Yeah.
Hillary, and before that there are multiple other things that they couldn't find while they had all the resources to find it.
What I thought was funny about it, right,
Yeah,
is that they couldn't find anything on Hunter Biden, right?
yeah,
They couldn't find anything. His laptop disappeared. But surprisingly enough, they found a whole bunch of shit on Donald Trump. That's what was weird. Is that-
that is weird. I mean, I'm not for Trump. I'm not for Biden. I'm gonna be fair. But that's weird that they don't find something on Biden, but do find something on Trump, an ex-president. What? Next year they're gonna find something on what you call him? Fuck. Obama?
Oh no, they won't find anything. If they're Democrats, they won't find anything. But if it's a Republican president, oh, they bet your sweet ass they'll fucking find something.
Yeah, wait. Let me actually look a few. Let me actually look for a second. Um, not Democrats, but Republicans. Let me look real quick. If I can find some presidents. Never mind, that doesn't work.
I mean, look, the facts speak for themselves, right? Listen, I'm gonna drop a truth bomb, right?
Yeah.
The facts speak for themselves. The Democrats back in the days of the 1800s, just before the Civil War, the
Yeah.
Democrats were pro-slavery. This is
Oh,
a
yeah.
common thing. They were very pro-slavery. The Democrats also were very racist. They were pro-racist, pro-segregation, the whole shebang.
Yeah.
Republicans wanted to have black people to have the same rights as everyone, and
Yeah.
the Republicans wanted the freedom of the slaves.
Yeah.
This
So
is
what?
all proof. This is all out there. This is like public knowledge. You can Google this and you'll see it. Most of the democratical parties of the old days were pro segregation. They were pro slavery. And
Yeah.
like at the worst times they were like a lot of pro shit that you don't want to know about.
Yeah, and the thing is,
But now-
I'm just guessing. Next year, another president that's gonna be investigated is like George W. Bush.
Oh yeah, I imagine.
Imagine.
But this is the thing, right? The Democrats were pro this,
Or
pro
Richard
that.
Nixon.
Nobody talks about this. All these LGBT SJWs, they don't talk about this. And I'll be fair to the LGBT community. I don't expect them to, because just like every other far left group, they are being lied to by the Democrats. This is
Oh
why
yeah.
I feel bad for all of those people supporting Joe Biden. He does not give a fuck about you.
I mean, he
I
has
can tell you that
memory
as an
issues.
Irish National Socialist. They do not give a fuck about you.
That's the
I would
thing with it. Joe Biden even has memory loss, so I mean, it's not as if he's gonna remember what he said the day
I
before.
feel so bad for the LGBT community. I feel so bad for them. They've been duped. And like they see the Republicans screaming, saying like, "Oh, look at them! They're mad because Joe Biden's president." No, they're mad because you were duped by them.
Yeah.
Like Kamala Harris, the whole lot of them, you were duped. And look, it's okay because Uncle Sim's gonna fix it.
Are you?
I'll tell you what. Because I'll tell you all this, right? I've hung around with people from the LGBT community. I've even hung around with some of the core LGBT people. I'll tell you this now. They are not as bad as the media says they are.
Oh
All right?
yeah, no.
However, the reason why they became so radical is thanks to the Democrats riling them up.
Yeah.
Like, listen, at the end of the day, these people want to feel included. They want to feel like people give a shit, right? And
Yeah.
that sounds familiar. You know what that sounds like, gentlemen of this chat? These people want to feel included. They don't want to be, targeted against. They don't want to feel like people hate them just because of what they do or who they are. Do you know what that sounds like, gentlemen? That sounds like how gamers were treated back in the 2000s.
Or how this is gonna be a hot take. How slaves were treated back when
Exactly.
slavery was a thing.
It's like, by the way, I can talk to the whole, like, lads, I can tell you this now. When it comes to slavery, I'm Irish. I'm overqualified to talk to you about slavery. I don't know, there's probably a black gentleman in the chat that is saying, like, oh, what would you know about a honky? Well, let me tell you, the Irish were slaves well before you guys were.
Slaves to the
So
UK.
we are there with you. We are right there with you. And the reason why we were able to get rid of them so quickly isn't because we fought against them. It was literally because at the end of which kind of actually to
May,
kind of
may I
quickly go
may I
on that
may
point a
I
bit
may
more.
I tell how you fought against them?
Well, yeah, we just told them to fuck off. It's as simple
No,
as
you
that.
fought against them with potatoes.
Yeah, more than likely. But no, at the end of the day, this is just how shit went down, and it's like when people turn around and they say it's like, oh, these poor people, they were slaves and all that. It's like, yeah, but it wasn't just them.
No, and
It's like you got
that's the thing about this. Okay, in before people are gonna hate me for this comment, slavery was a real thing and they had serious issues. But they did bring those people all over the world,
yeah,
so they
exactly. But like,
could populate on other places besides the countries they originated from.
but the touchy subject about slavery is this: that whenever it is taught, nobody ever talks about the others, as I call them. Nobody ever talks about the unsung slaves because those people were treated, if not worse, right? Listen, if you were to go back in time, right, and if you were to look up what was done to Chinese slaves by the Chinese, I promise you now, any African American out there, if you look up what the Chinese did to their own people, you will be sitting there thanking that you got off as good as you did. Because I promise you now, Chinese slaves, when the Great Wall was being built, they were worked to death.
Yeah,
They were absolutely worked to death. The slaves were.
yeah, no,
And do you know what
definitely.
would happen? Do you know what would happen
What?
then if they just died working on it? They'd just be buried under it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I promise you now, it was horrible what happened to the African Americans.
It
It was
was. I
horrible.
will
It
agree.
was deplorable. But there will always be something worse. And if you don't believe me, look up Cambodia in the 70s and 60s.
Yeah, no, there always that's the thing with it. It's all there are always things that would have been worse than another scenario that people start screaming about nowadays.
And, like, I would be
And
down for.
I want to say this as well. Keep in mind there are things still in the past that haven't been discovered because it hasn't been written down.
Exactly. And when it comes down to the whole thing about slavery, like, I don't say, like, Black Lives Matter. I don't say anything like that. I usually say something along the lines of all slaves mattered
Yeah.
because there wasn't just one group of people. There was a multiple of them. So that's what I say. All slaves mattered, and they're not looked into enough because it's not against society per se, but it just doesn't fit into the status quo,
I
and it's
mean, and
irritating.
that's the thing about this new day and age. And I'm gonna be direct here. This new day and age is only focusing on a specific thing, while there are multiple things of the same caliber that happened that they're
Yeah,
focusing on. Like, for example, indeed slavery, or what we mentioned earlier about gaming and how the LGBTQ is treated right now. And then fits in with the slavery sort situation as well. All of the groups that started or that were for those years seen as the outcasts or the different people, and this is just in between quotes, as those time periods spoke about them, have all been accepted in today's society, and soon enough, so will the LGBTQ. They will be accepted into society at some point in the near future. But then you will have another group. I don't know what it's gonna be, and I don't care right now because that will be for the future.
see though, the LGBT they do preach a lot of the stuff that I like because this is the thing with it is that they do preach a lot about more freedom, which I'm all for because the government has been slowly taking away shit,
Yeah.
and they do preach a lot about more freedom. However, the thing is, right, is that you're gonna love this, Chad. But the thing with freedom is that we are one step away from either being in a glorious utopia or the LGBT are gonna slam dunk us into the realm of Night City.
Oh yeah.
Like you got to be very careful.
That's the thing. When you say this type of stuff, I already know that we're gonna have to. We gotta be careful with how we word stuff.
Yeah, because the issue with the LGBT is that while they have good points, as soon as they get that positive confirmation of yeah, this is a good point, they end up running with it, and then they end up saying a bunch of other mad shit.
That will eventually destroy their first good point that they made.
Precisely,
Sorry, but
and
it's
like
true.
they
We've seen
need to
it.
be
We've seen it happen time and time again.
like I'll tell you what, they want to be accepted, right? Anyone in here who's LGBT, past or present, watching the video, right? I'll give you some advice. Stop promoting like children getting like transitioning operations. Instead, promote this. Promote people of who are of healthy mind and can make decision to get them.
Yeah.
That's what you should be doing. Focus on that.
Don't focus on the kids. The kids don't know yet.
Exactly.
Because
If
this is gonna be if you the people that are watching or the people that will watch this back later, when did you figure out you were gay or lesbian or
oh yeah,
transgender
exactly.
or anything? Wasn't it around the age of 16 to 18 that you started to figure out what your sexual orientation was?
Yeah, exactly.
Simp
That's
for
what
you
that shit
in
comes in.
your case. When did you find out what you were into or what you started to like?
When I found out, okay, so I would have been around 20, believe it or not, or 19.
Exactly. So that's even a higher age than I suggested.
It differs for everyone though.
Yeah.
Some people figure it out when they're 16, 17, 18.
And there are these
I
few.
have never ever in my existence have heard of a 9-year-old or 8-year-old or even like a 6-year-old figuring out what they are. I've
No.
never ever
The
heard of it. Only in this
oldest
fucked up generation have
or
I heard it.
the youngest they were, what I've heard of stories about, like actual people, were like maybe 12 at the lowest.
Yeah, that's pretty standard, yeah.
That's the lowest I've heard. But
Well,
lower than that, it didn't. I've never heard that before.
I just don't want people feeling like they don't belong. That's the one thing I want to
Yeah,
fix because I feel like some Republicans, and yeah, I say Republicans, mainly some conservative people who are against the idea, and it's like, listen, like at the fucking core of it, they're not hurting anyone, or they're not trying to hurt anyone, right? Because this is the issue. This is the duality of the LGBT, is that they want to have everyone feel accepted, but it is a pointless endeavor because at the end of the day, you will never in a million years make everyone happy. And that's why
Yeah,
I
no.
say it's admirable what they're doing, but ultimately fruitless because you can't make everyone happy.
No, because if that's the case, then if you can make everyone happy, why are there still racists out there? Why are there still people that hate gamers or anything like that?
See, the reason why these people are hated, it's not because of what they do or who they are per se. That's in my opinion. It is mainly due to the fact that in this day and age, if you are different in any capacity, you will get bombed for it. And I mean that quite literally, right?
Oh no, yeah.
So let's say, for the sake of saying, if you're born without hair, you're going to get made fun of.
Oh no,
Uh,
I have personal experiences with it because I'm legally blind.
I mean, look at me, for example. There's nothing physically or like wrong with me, but it's because of my mental state. I got the shit ripped out of me. And
Yeah,
it's
no.
as simple as that.
It's as simple as that. But like, I've walked outside just on the street, casually walking around, just to go grab or just to go get groceries, and they would just shout at me, "You cancerous blind bit or idiot! Can't you see that we're walking here?" Because I couldn't see them coming my way,
Yeah,
and they had to move aside for me.
that's what happens. Like, if you're born different, like, the difficulty of this life is already, like, amped up to a fucking 11.
Yeah,
And it's like, even then it can get higher if you're not fucking careful. That's what I've learned anyway.
yeah. No,
It's like,
I agree with that standpoint because I've witnessed it myself.
but there's a limit to that, right?
Yeah.
Because when I hear people who are overweight complaining about their situation, right? Listen, I'm gonna say this, right? Because I've had this, like, funny story. I've fucking had this situation where there's some dude who's overweight saying, "I understand your pain not being accepted, lad." It's like, no, the fuck you don't, you fat fuck. You can fix yourself.
Yeah. I
It's like,
mean,
you can fucking fix yourself, like,
that's
motherfucker.
that's the thing. I can relate to that. Why someone can say to me, "I understand how you feel because of how because they have are not being accepted in today's society." Sure the fuck you can, man. Fuck
It's
off.
like, listen,
You
listen.
I can't
If you're
fix
a
my
big guy, right?
blindness.
Listen, anyone in the chat, if you're a fucking big guy, right? I want you to accept this with me right now, because I'm a big guy too. So we'll do this together, right? We
I
can
will
fix
stay out.
ourselves. We can. You're a fucking twig. We can fix ourselves if we want to. All right. Repeat after me. We can fix ourselves if we want to, if we're overweight. Okay. Now that that's out of the way, let me continue this line of questioning. Right. These people that come out of fucking nowhere that say if they're overweight, saying like, "Oh well, I can't get help for it." It's like, see, this is the thing: is that there's not even an excuse for it anymore, is it? Because if you can't physically fucking run, you can literally get fucking surgery for it.
Oh yeah.
So there's literally no fucking excuse for it now at this stage.
No,
But these people find a way. It's like, I have a glandular problem.
Simp,
Oh,
I
really?
got a question for you though. Can you fix your issues with surgery?
Well, I don't need to. I have a fast metabolism, so I literally don't fucking need to. It
No,
does
no,
it
no.
for me.
I'm not talking about the being fat part.
Well, can I? Yes. If I wanted to, I could get liposuction. I can get my stomach reduced.
No, no, no.
There's a
I'm not
whole
talking about that, you fucking dumbass. I'm talking about your health issues. Mental health.
health issues, mental health. Oh, mental health, absolutely fucking not.
That's
the
the
thing-
fucking point we're trying to make, isn't it?
Yeah, the thing with your fucking mental health is that there's one of two things. Yeah, exactly, autism. That's the thing with it, though, is that when
No,
it comes
exactly.
down to it, you cannot get help for that. You can't get fucking fixed for that. There's no
No.
cure for that. With ADHD, it's borderline because they can give you shit for that, surprisingly.
I
But,
mean, but what they're giving you is technically speed.
I never said I fucking complained. But the point is, right, this is the point of it, is that for stuff like depression, you can help yourself with depression, but the thing with depression is it's a whole different animal
Yeah.
because you have to be able to mentally power through that. But I'm sorry, when it comes to shit like if your fucking face is disfigured, you can't help that, right? And I hate it when people get surgery for it, right? Because here's the thing. I know it makes me sound like a hypocrite to what I said about the whole weight loss, right? But
Yeah.
listen, right? Weight loss is a different ballgame. I would much rather you be yourself than to pretend to be someone you're not.
Yeah. No, I
If you
agree.
want to get surgery just to make yourself feel better, I'm all for that. like go for it. But please, please don't forget that
Don't
you are
change who
beautiful.
you are.
Who you are. Like it don't fucking matter what you look like. It's like this is the thing. People don't understand it like I do. Beauty is a mental thing. It doesn't come from the conscious self. It comes from the subconscious self, from the inner thoughts of your mind.
Yeah.
Beauty isn't something that you can consciously comprehend as a human being because everyone has their own different opinions of it. However, when it comes to true beauty, that is a subconscious thing. When you see someone who you truly find beautiful, it is an involuntary reaction. It is subconscious. You don't know why you find her like her or he beautiful. You just do.
That's the thing with it. I have that with my current girlfriend.
I have that with all of my fucking friends. Like I see all of
All
my
my
friends
friends as well, yeah, but
as brilliant. Because this is the thing though, and if you find yourself in a position, my friends who are watching this, where it's like, I can't figure it out. I like this person, but like I shouldn't because of like not what society says, but what my own personal interests say. It's like, why is this happening? It is because true beauty does not come from you. It comes from your inner brain, shall we say, as a metaphor, right? It's your inner brain. So there's two things. There's you as your logical brain, the thinking aspect, you know, you go out, you do what you need to do, etc. Then there's the subconscious thing that rarely does anything, right? Because you don't need to. But when your subconscious sees something that it really fucking likes, you will not be able to stop fucking thinking about it.
nope,
And then
you won't.
eventually you become infatuated with it. That's what true love is. That's what true fucking beauty is.
And
When you
and that
feel
goes
that,
for love, that goes for
exactly.
friendship, that goes for every fucking thing.
When you fucking feel that, that's how you know you're head over heels for someone. That's how you know it's not your dick thinking for you. It's like if you cannot stop thinking about this person, if this person is the only reason you get up in the morning, that's your subconscious. That's not you at that point.
Yeah. No, exactly.
And you got to remember that because people will tell you like, oh, I'll tell you this now. If you look at any fucking chick on the internet, right, any one of them, like Riley Reid, fucking Mia Khalifa, all these beautiful women, right? When you look at them, you don't find them attractive, do you? You don't really find them fucking beautiful. Do you know why it is, right? It's because you yourself consciously say they're beautiful, but your subconscious sees them as ugly because of what they do, because
Yeah.
of how they got to where they were. And watch.
Only reason they got to where they were is because they're using their fucking
Exactly.
tits.
Now, you'll start noticing this, right? Now that I've told you this, you'll start noticing this in your everyday life because you'll go around the place and you'll start looking at things now differently. Because you'll look at people like, as I said, Mia Khalifa, and you'll be like, oh, well, yeah, she's beautiful. But then you're going to be thinking to yourself, eh, not really, though. And then you're going to start looking at people like, let's just say, some chick from across the street.
Let's say
And that's
like
when your
let's
brain. That's when your brain. It happened with Damien. It happened exactly with fucking Damien because like he's seeing his chick. He's seen her a fair few times beforehand, but then one day something just clicked.
yeah. That's the fucking thing with it. And I was gonna say something, but I've kind of forgot. But
Yeah.
no, that's the fucking thing with it. Cause no, I know what I was gonna say. All the girls, all the pretty fucking girls you see on the internet. What you think about them? I would smash, but would you date? No.
Absolutely, you wouldn't. Because you know where they've been. And listen, that's not me slut shaming. That's not me
No.
being trying to be a piece of shit. I'm not trying to be Andrew Tate when I say this. Because this is the thing. This is the difference between me and him. Is that I'm telling you how to find someone attractive or how to find
How
someone
it
you
actually
truly
works
love.
in your brain.
Exactly. I'm not fucking sitting here saying like, oh, what color is your fucking Bugatti? It's like, no. It's like love is not something like because the way he describes like women, the way he describes shit is just fucking bonk. Because it's just
Oh, yeah.
completely not true. It's a falsity. It's a farce.
Yeah, no, I
And
agree.
like the point of this is just like the true fucking point of it. When you find someone of whom you truly love, your subconscious will tell you.
Yeah, no,
And
exactly.
you will not be able to stop thinking about these people. I promise.
I promise as well. That's a fact. Because right now, as this stream is going on, all I can think about is my girl, a couple of streets
Exactly.
away from me.
See? It's just one of those things. And at the end of the day, you gotta do you. You gotta do what's right for you. You know, you can't you can't spend your life wondering
No, you
like,
really
what could have
can't.
been.
Because and this is another tip from from how I've had this happen. If you start actively searching for a girlfriend, you won't find one. And I will promise you
Exactly.
this, you actually won't. Because if you're actively searching, you're doing your absolute hardest to stand out. And what people don't like is people standing out.
Like, yeah,
Whenever
my
you
whole
get the
life,
woman or man or whatever
whatever
gender
you're
these
into,
days there are, whenever you find that right person, you will just know and you won't have to do anything special to get them. And that's a promise.
I've spent my whole life worrying about shit. It's only recently when I've taken a step back on things of like, worrying about shit. I took a step back one day and I just said, you know what? Like after weighing it all and just, looking around at it, I can't keep focusing on this. I gotta keep going.
Yeah,
It's like I gotta keep moving forward. I gotta become what I was meant to become.
exactly.
Because
And I've
if
that.
I don't want to spend my entire life stuck down the same hole of like, oh, this happened, that happened, blah blah. What could have I done to fix it? I'm not doing that anymore because sometimes things are just out of your control. There's
Yeah,
some things that you can't help and you can't fix. And that's okay. I accept that. I accept that I'm human and it is possible to make these mistakes. However, at the core of it all, I'm not going to let it break me because there's stuff that needs to be done.
yeah. No, exactly. I am of the same opinion. I will admit, at some stage in my life, a couple of years ago, I was actively searching to get a girlfriend. What did it get me? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I, I even with other things, not even girlfriend related, with just a normal life, friends, everything. I was looking for it. I didn't get it because I was looking for it, and I just realized, let me just live my life as I want, and I will be okay. And that's when I've gotten to the point where I am today.
Yeah, I promise you now, don't fall for these follow your heart cobblers, right?
Now,
You need to follow your brain. Because this is the thing, right?
follow your unconscious.
Exactly. Follow, because this is the thing with your brain, right? Your heart is good around 75% of the time. But you got to remember who keeps your heart going. That's your fucking brain. Your brain will know what to do a lot more. Because it's like you got to assess
Your
situations
your
without
heart
trying
is
to keep
actually
yourself.
your heart is being stirred on by your unconscious brain. Actually, I think.
See, because like what keeps a person going? They say it's the soul, right? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know, but the point is that you just got to keep yourself going. Like sitting around wondering what could have been, or constantly going about your day being like, "Oh, I don't know what to. Oh, that fucked me over." Ooh, you know what I mean? If you keep your head centered on that, eventually you're gonna put yourself into a dark place. And I'd hate for any of you to go through that because it is fucking horrible, bro, getting stuck in that rut.
Yeah.
So that's my advice to you. It goes
Um.
like this: the past is the past. You can't change it. You can you can only learn from it and then continue going on.
Yeah.
Like that's
See.
it.
See. I agree. The problem is that the current generations are following their dicks instead of their heart and brain. You're
Exactly.
absolutely correct on that front.
This is what Andrew Tate should be saying, not everything else he's been saying.
Yeah. No. I absolutely fucking agree. Every person that, or not every, some I've actually met some people, and I'm not gonna name anyone because I'm not about that. I'm not about that. But I've met people that actively followed their dick and didn't get nothing.
It's unfortunate. It really is. It's unfortunate because a lot of these guys, like they're not bad guys. They're
No, they're
really,
not.
really not. They're just misguided.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. They're absolutely misguided. Because all they learned when they grew up was to follow their dicks. Because
Exactly.
oh, we watched this video on the internet on how to do stuff or how to pick up girls. Yeah, no, that doesn't work like that. No, it doesn't. That's the fantasy world that some men live in.
Exactly. Think with brain instead of the
Yeah,
waist. Yep,
yeah,
exactly, Chad. That's what you need to do, buddy.
yeah.
It's like there's no
And
point.
that's the PG way of saying it, by the way. But I would just say
Yeah, exactly. Because like,
don't
what's the
follow your
point?
dick.
Honestly, in the long run, right? Ask yourselves this: in the long run, if you follow your urges as opposed to like what your heart and brain want. Where do you see yourself? I can tell you right now where you see yourself. I could see you in fucking tears. It's a way to get. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. It
no,
is like
and this is another example. This is regarding mental health, so this isn't anything regarding your dick. Mental health is such a fucked thing that can fuck you over really bad, and that's a fact.
I mean, if
I've
we were
seen,
being honest about it, mental health isn't the problem. The problem is the people who enable it.
yeah,
You see all these women constantly saying, "Oh, buy my OnlyFans, buy." That's a negative example of how to make it worse.
yeah,
It's like women
exactly.
don't give a
But
shit about men unless they have something to offer to them, and
the,
that needs to change.
and then there's another thing. For example, there are people that I know that have had such mental distress, such mental issues, that actually took whatever it took to make or get them into a happy place with any type of substance, that it actually killed them. And those are the urges speaking, because you don't want to feel that pain. You don't want to feel that pain of the real world, what happened. You want to live in your fantasy world. Please,
Exactly.
I say this, and I mean it to my most sincere potential point that I have. If you're dealing with mental health issues, please find someone to talk to. For the love of God, please do. And don't rot away with taking any substance. Just talk to someone. If it's a good friend of yours or a random stranger that can help you with mental issues, or a therapist or anything, find someone. Because it will help.
Exactly.
And don't follow the urge to take it to live in the fantasy world. As hard as it may sound for some people that have mental issues, don't follow those urges, because it can destroy you. And that's not what we want.
I feel bad for men. I really do. I feel bad because they believe in a lie. They believe in this lie that has been started by various people, where it's like if you get all this money, if you get all of this reputation, all the fast cars, that you'll get a woman, you'll get everything. It's like yes, you will. Ultimately, you will get all of that. You'll
Yeah,
get the women, you'll get the fame, and all that. But you'll still be lonely because you know why all these people are around you.
because
It's
of the
not because
money.
of you. It's for the cars. It's for the fame.
Exactly.
That's it.
Why do you, and I'm gonna say it right now, why do you think almost every 10,000k subs, or 10,000 or 10 million sub channels or higher, have so many friends hanging around them, have so many people on their parties? Because of all the money and fame and everything they can get over that person. They're just
Exactly.
leeching. And those are the worst types of people. The leechers.
But like, why do you think people like all these other people hang out with Andrew Tate? Do you think it's because he spreads a good message, or is it because of other things? You
Other
got to start
things.
looking at it like that. It's like, do you really want to be like Andrew Tate? Because it's like he has genuine friends, he does, but you are not going to have that. Because if you just one day you could end up being filthy rich, but you got to ask yourself this question: all these people that hang around with you, why are they there? Yeah, it's my biggest advice, Chad. Find
Yeah.
yourself a woman or a man before you pop off.
And find
That's where
someone who
you
loves
know.
you for who you are.
Exactly.
That's what Chad just said. That's the thing. And I'm a, this is personal. I've had met that person. She was there for me, or she's still there for me, for all the hardship that is to come. You have to find someone like that. Don't follow someone because you have the biggest dick in town, or don't with them because they have the biggest dick, or let them be with you because you have the biggest dick in town. No, don't be like that, or because you have money or anything. No, make sure that they actually love you and will be there with you throughout anything. If you get mad, if you get sad, if you decide to punch a wall in or anything, you know? But yeah, damn, this turned quite real.
Just don't waste your time chasing ghosts.
That don't deserve to be chased.
Like, you'll never be as happy as you were years ago, but you can make new happiness now.
Even if it's a long best friend. Even the longest of best friends can be fake. I'm sorry, but they can. They might have only hung around you at school because you were the only kid that actually decided to talk to him. Or because you had a rich family. Or because you were the popular kid in school. It happens. Am I wrong, Simp?
No, you're 100% right. It does happen. Like it happens a lot, but like the thing is just
It happens
you
more
gotta
than
tell the
people
difference.
like to say. But yeah,
Yeah,
what you were gonna say, you have
I've,
to tell the difference?
yeah, you gotta learn to tell the difference between them. Like I've done a lot of learning over the years, and it's like
Oh yeah, no,
eventually
I've done a
you
lot of
start seeing them.
yeah, no, and I've done a lot of learning over the last year as well. Over the last couple of years, even for that matter.
And it's like when it comes down to it, I'll be honest with you all. When it comes down to it, it's very difficult sometimes. Like life is like a storybook, right? Like everyone's life is their own personal storybook, right? Their own
Yeah,
little arc, if you will. And like each arc is gonna have like betrayal, heartbreak, upset, anger, the whole shebang. It's gonna have all of that. But
yeah,
the thing
exactly. It
is
will.
like it's all about how you write your own character.
Yeah,
It's like you
cause
can be whoever you want to be in life, but it's about if you're happy with who you are.
yeah, cause at the end of the day, you're your own protagonist. No one can control you.
Exactly.
So
God, this has been going on for a bit.
we have been going on for 2 hours and 14 minutes.
I think that should be it then.
Yeah, it's been a good fucking while. Holy shit!
That was fun.
It was though. What did chat say? Yeah, that's quote BoJack
Yeah,
Horseman.
I agree. That's a very true quote. I agree with that,
Yeah,
Chad.
yeah, I
It's
agree.
very relevant to my current situation. It's like one
Same
day
here.
in life you'll realize that everybody likes you but nobody loves you.
Same here.
You'll
Same
you'll
here.
learn that. But yeah, I think we're gonna end it here, boys.
Yeah, I think so too. Just as a last note to chat. No, never mind. I forgot what I wanted to say. My bad. Anyways, guys. I certainly do hope you guys have enjoyed today's stream. It's been a long ride today again for being back. What did you think of it today, Simp?
It was fun. I can't wait to do more.
I can't wait either. We as of right now we don't really have a schedule yet. We do have something planned for next week. That's what I will say. What it's gonna be is still a secret.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, because you would have spouted it out, wouldn't you?
Oh, I love doing that.
Yep. No, it's still a secret. If I will say this though, if you guys know us, you will know what's coming.
Exactly. Well,
But yeah.
gents, it's been
Anyways,
fun.
it certainly has been fun. I am gonna leave it at that. Um, I hope you guys have been enjoying this. Please, if you if you did like the video or the stream, leave that like. The Discord is in the description. If you want to join and talk with us in chats, you can do, because the channel or the Discord is there. And yeah, we hope you have a good one and see you on next time.
If you're feeling suicidal, you've come to the right place.
And that's the end quote.